Yeah, a lot of people do.
Let's say, he's dead. One more hit. He is dead. The pause did its job.
That's where you tip him. That's where you tip him.
All feel for the game during the pause.
Just ran
threw
up
his life away.
Those post-pause deaths, dude, they are brutal. But you get got. You're getting going good.
Quinn's gonna hit level 6 before Maureen hits level 5.
Yeah, he owned him. Absolutely owned him. This was a really smart matchup move from Gaming to punish this mid beast that Falcons have been getting away with. He's gonna have himself a free game here on this bristle. Do not underestimate mid bristle. Normally it's not that good because you can't roam around the map, you can't get power runes, you can't play a fast tempo, but when you have a start like this hero can be a menace.
Dire structures.
Could be another hero that's tough to fight into. Going for the dive. Maureen.
Big
not
trouble.
Level 6. He needs some help, and he's got it. Both Snake King and Crit have already rotated over. If they chase after Quinn, Quinn does have wand charges. Oh, there was a boar stacking up for him. That slows down Quinn enough the supports can catch him.
Nice double rotation. You had to do something to bail out this mid lane. Get some more stolen int as well. Should open up something around the map for gaming though. 3 heroes mid for your bristle.
I mean, to make things even worse, kind of, the supports from Gaming Gladiators also came mid. They just came mid too late.
No, they can stay around and kill when the bristle respawns.
Looks like they're going to try and opt for that option, but Toku's going early here.
That was
hit him with a dead shot. They're going to get low. Tame the Beast. Escape back. Does that bail him out? Now with a TP in from Watson. That's why they were making that move. They weren't going to wait for the Bristol. They figured Watson would do enough for them. That was enough to get a kill.
That was still really awkward. I don't think Toku should die there. That felt very forced.
It did.
Can't do anything about this regen rune. Nonetheless, nice rotation from Watson. You'll get some tower pressure. Now, Falcons, you're going to go back here and try and defend this with a Beast who is still level 5. So tough to run into the Bristle when the Furion can TP up, beat and back him up. And he's doing the patented Eternal Envy pull to the camps, the extra farm.
7-minute Wisdom Rune.
Familiar with.
Dire are scanning.
Tofu get here in time, and I think he wins this.
I might just kill
it already being low enough. It is really sticking around. He
had no choice, right? Can't TP out. Dusted. No boots. What's he supposed to do, man?
He's supposed to run in one direction. That's it. Our quick cut through the trees. He's okay.
Oh, I didn't know you were a pro player. What TI did you play at?
Are you seriously telling me you can't just walk one direction? Watson, he's going to be blown up before these CP rotations could come into play. A dagger on Amar, at least.
Another int for the King. That's a little sneaky rotation from Skeeter. Enabling the slaughter. I mean, that is the name of the game. You enable ATF, he will pay it back. Some good scaling, good amplification for the PA, good Roshan taking.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
Came in looking for that power rune. Quinn would love a haste here.
And have damage that will be grabbed by Snake King, but he will lose his life for it.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack.
He knew what he had to do, though. You know, you got to take that rune away from Quinn. Emotional damage.
Something. Mar has been having a little bit too much of a free time here at top. Gaming Gladiators plotting to slow him down somehow, but Amar has gotten away from it. He's going to TP to the other side of the map, go after Ace. This Centaur has no armor whatsoever. -10 armor, got the stomp and a stampede though, so he will live.
Expensive rotation for Amar. He's completely out of resource. Mana at least. TP down here, he's stuck. He doesn't have to go back up in this lane. They should open up something for gaming across the map. They're even going to get Skeeter's Courier.
Dire are scanning.
Play that cornucopia.
Radiant's middle tower.
Chase out of the triangle. Needs to make sure those stacks are still available, but I don't know how much you want to keep stacking.
Yeah, this is not a game you want to stack if you're Falcons, and that is really sad for Maureen. I mean, how is he going to get the Ags in this game? It looks real difficult.
Yeah, with the triangle covered, and then they also have a high ground ward on the other.
This Bristol's just going to run into you, and it always has a Fury on TP threat, and it has a Stampede that can bail him out.
Ooh, didn't push him into the wheel, but he's surrounded by so many heroes, it doesn't really matter.
He has no game. This is super concerning for Falcons right now. He is a massive liability on the map. He's nowhere close to that Ags. He has been slowed down tremendously. This Bristle pick completely disrupted Falcons' game plan.
Radiant's middle tower has
Second game in a row that
easier.
Game of Gladiators have done that to one of the Falcons.
Dire's top
Just
tower
shit
is
on
under
one
attack.
core specifically.
Not a bad game plan. Sometimes it's not about the heroes, it's about the players, Austin.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
I feel like Falcons are core players. I feel like Maureen is the one who could probably deal with it the most. At least consistently, Falcons have usually put more emphasis on funneling farm to Amar and Skeeter.
But this is not the hero to do it on.
That is true.
This is an AFK farm mid hero. Now you really have to AFK farm.
Yeah, and you're not expecting your Slardar to do a whole lot, at least not until he has Blink Dagger.
This begs the question, who is going to get you track kills in this game?
Yeah, it's just going to have to wait for Slardar's Blink. That's really the only option they have. Unless they can get some sort of defensive setup around towers.
I don't know. Looking at this map position and the game state, I feel as though if you asked gaming, what is your percentage to win this game from this state, I think they would say 100% every time. Now, I'm not saying it's 100%.
Sure.
But I think that's how they think as a team. We have this lead out of the lanes with, Quinn would say it's 200%. He would say there's no way I can lose the game from this state.
Sure. Impede, Skeeter in trouble. Nowhere to hop to. The only units he could jump to are enemy units. Game of Gladiators. It goes from no heroes to all of a sudden Malady gets a solo kill on Amar top.
And the tip towards Malady. Little Wrath of Nature damage, but honestly, he just got outplayed in solo. Bad misstep from ATF. And now Malady, he's higher level than him.
Yeah. That's what I'm talking about, man. Malady has been kicking some ass.
Stepping it up.
Radiant's bottom
Now he is
tower
probably going to die here. No, he's still got the escape act. And he's still got a strongman tonic. He's going to walk back at him. Falcons, they pop the global here. A teleport away. The blood grenade should finish him off, and Snake King's teleport will be successful. First track kill for Falcons.
You lost a lot on the map for it, though. And there's another Wrath of Nature coming up at 30. This Bristleback train is not going to slow down. And Quinn's just continually going to take the space away from Maureen to ever recover in this game. It's get to the point where you might just have to bring 4 or 5 heroes to kill this Bristle and live with the consequences.
That's particularly dangerous because there's some global influence there, right?
Yeah,
Wrath of Nature and Stampede could both be used for Quinn.
It's so hard to force this Bristle out of positions because you go there, he gets stampeded away, you wasted your time. If you're going to TP in, suddenly that fight is not that favorable for you. You gotta start thinking about this Wisdom Shrine as well. This top tier 1 is the only tier 1 you have left to kind of play around in this early game.
Tofu, can he get the dead shot?
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Tries. Good attempt, but just a little off the mark. It gets dusted, but he pops his wand to dispel the invisibility, makes a run for it, turns around and hits another shuriken underneath the tier 2 tower.
Dire's
Quinn
bottom tower
diving
is
in,
under
no
attack.
punish from Falcons.
Radiant's
Maureen
top
comes in with his
tower is
invis
under
room.
Still have
Can't get after
Stampede,
the Bristle.
and you still have this teleport from Watson. He has a full Mjolnir done.
They do not want to give up this Wisdom Shrine. They have to go for the Quinn, but a strongman tonic on a Bristleback. That seems dangerous. Amar has been left alone. Tame the beast, push the other heroes away, and look at Malady chase forward, making sure that his buddy Watson will not be fighting alone. He got roared up, but it didn't matter. No damage came out. Skeeter's going to jump onto Malady here. Funhouse Mirror into a Prestige. Oh, okay, still got cut down by the axes.
Ooh, the shot! It's just the King Hawk can get out of here.
Got the crit on him. All right, start getting some track kills here. Maybe another one. Ace. No more Stampede. He's got a Blade Mail. Pops it now. Falcons are going to wait it out.
He's toast.
Pump up next. That's all she wrote.
Some track gold going Falcons' way. They need it here. A good gold exchange for them. Ended up getting that Wisdom Shrine. It went to, I assume,
had to have been Falcons, right?
Crit got one. Okay. Yeah,
Crit got it.
I was assuming the gaming were maybe going to be able to post up for that a bit more, but the fact you get that here for the bounty, I mean, Crit game just recovered a lot off that sequence.
That's for me.
That could have just been the game for Falcons if they got routed there.
For sure.
It's like the Furion cleans end up with that Mjolnir. The Bristle lived through it all.
They take the Wisdom Shrine again, start stacking that up. Quinn, a little bit alone here. Got his back to Skeeter. He's okay for now. He's still going to be running into more heroes, but now Tofu's here. He can help him out, turn around a bunch of quill damage. It's dangerous. They're all so low. They get a roar out onto Tofu, stopping his damage. Ace is still trying to find a kill out of this somewhere. Will only get snaking.
Is under attack.
Baby with the wheel. Okay, Maureen, he wasn't low from the bristleback attack, but they will catch him as well.
Such a dangerous go for Falcons.
That's what we're talking about, where just a solo bristleback is still a questionable go for Falcons.
He's not even at full strength yet.
No.
Tough target to go on in this game before you have BKBs and a bit more sustain. You're still missing this Beastmaster Ags. Such a rough start for Maureen here.
They're going to try and do the Tormentor without the bristleback. Feels like they're going to be really low off of this, though. Crit can do something interesting, though. He does get caught a bit. What Tormentor will finish off Malady. They do get the Tormentor eventually, and the Wrath of Nature will cut off Crit's head.
I can't believe Crit didn't try and throw the Shuriken out there. I guess the silence off that calling.
Oh, there's the Roshan play in exchange for the Tormentor.
This was not the worst overall trade for Falcons given their position in this game.
Not at all. This was rather good.
Roshan
Even with
has
all that
fallen
minus
to
armor,
the
it still
ring.
takes them a while. Mostly because Maureen still doesn't have his Aghanim Scepter. That will be coming in at 100 gold, though. So big power spikes coming in for Falcons. Chance to turn around this 7,000 net worth lead the Game of Gladiators hold.
He's just tempting them to take the fight. Right behind the tier 2, pull the wave. Backs are up. Looks like a tough fight to take, even with the Aegis. We're going to have the Beast Ags done. Watson's very far ahead. If he gets a free fight on this Furion,
Another second. They have that Rod of Atos. That was a very awkward go.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
very
attack.
delayed.
Yeah. Not coordinated well at all. Crit's getting so much information.
Radiant's bottom tower.
I'll finally take that
is
tier 2. Crimson Guard for the Centaurs, the choice. Great Crimson Guard.
Good Crimson game, but you do have the minus armor.
Dire are scanning.
Isn't that part of the reason why the damage block is effective, though?
Yeah, I mean,
Kind of like goes both ways. I know what you mean. But
Falcons are really dependent on just killing you through right clicks. They have nothing else. So in that sense, it's an amazing Crimson game. At the same time, their overwhelming minus armor burst damage will override it at some point.
Yeah, when PA does 1,000 damage crit, your 100 damage block isn't going to be that effective.
But at this point in the game, it's super strong.
So it does mean the Game of Gladiators want to accomplish more than just a 7,000 net worth lead. Look how Ace just not going Blink Dagger either. Tofu catching crit here, missed the dead shot. That dust is not going to be enough. Ace, no Blink Dagger. Blade Mail, Crimson Guard into Lotus as his next choice. I really thought, okay, get the Crimson Shore. Earlier you get it, the more effective it is. I get it. But I thought he would go Blink after that.
Expecting the fight to go into them. Malady finds another one.
Just really nicely placed combo. Maureen loses his Aegis here. Can Falcons fight around the second life, though?
Oh, they're
Doesn't
failing.
look like it.
No interest in salvaging that. 2 more deaths for Maureen here. He gets nothing out of it. As the route continues, even controlling the map, only Yamar farming up top. Getting something for Skeeter bottom. There are double obs down bottom for Dire.
Scanning.
This is kind of a deadly area to farm if they can gate through, smoke it up, connect the Furion. It's going to kill one of them. There's another down here. Skeeter. Him out. They're going to set up on this. Really
Already
big
have
kill.
Tofu setting up.
trying to break that play.
He's going to run into him, and they will take the kill onto the bounty hunter instead. Watson teleports in.
The best case scenario.
They're still going to chase after Skeeter. They might just have him. Oh, he's so close to his BKB. Look at how close he is. 10 gold.
Is under attack.
Can he get there in time? Trying to survive. Just live. A second or two. Oh, he was 2 gold away.
He's so sad. Look at him.
Oh, that hurts, man. That hurts.
Power the vision down there, though. The game is set up. In fact, they went to the other side of the map, forced Falcons into that area. It's just a death trap.
And you die like that, it's a 45-second delay on your BKB just through the death itself. But then it's another like full minute.
Yeah, he lost almost 300 gold off that. Rough times. The Falcons here.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack. Dire's top tower is under attack.
The dispels are coming in for Gaming too. It's on the Fury on Lotus Orb for Ace. And Lotus Orb is going to be nice because if the initiation starts on him, you're pretty happy. If it starts on the Bristle, you Lotus the Bristle. The initiation on him goes out the window, and this means Quinn doesn't have to buy another dispel.
Right. Yeah. Could also use it on Malady to take off the global silence, so then he in turn can save whoever needs to be saved.
I ain't doing that.
Okay, probably not, but snaking. It's still funny, man.
Doing what he can on a silencer to play the map. Crit with another steal. Yeah, look at that. Double shrine for Falcon, something.
Dice are scanning.
And that's almost level 2 track for him. That's pretty hype.
Power up top. Boar versus Malady. The Boar
Dire's
wins.
top tower has fallen.
First tower of the game for Falcons. Second game where they have just not been able to pressure the safe lane of Watson. Another game where Maureen not having fun time.
Tofu's just been catching everything this game. 8-3 and 7 on the Morta. Again, you're left wondering, where are these track kills going to come from? What is your kill threat? You're not combining Slaughter and the PA.
And run.
This is how the mighty have fallen, man. Falcons were just the most dominant team for a slew of months. And now this is going to potentially be 2 tournaments within, like, what, last month? How long ago was the last PGL Wallachia?
Radiant structures
They got eliminated out of groups by Navi Jr.
Is under attack.
Falcons return the favor here at Dream League, but they may still be eliminated by Game of Gladiators. And in fact, it seems very, very likely. Dota Plus calling it a 90-10 game almost.
It's going to be tough to make the comeback here. So if they do win the fights with the track, it will swing very fast and very heavily.
That is true. It's not a question of like how many fights. You just need to win one with all this track gold. That fight is coming to you already. Crit managed to get back before the initiation from Ace.
This is pretty sneaky. Do anything.
Yeah, I was about to say the positioning. Okay, you're there. Now what?
Surprised they didn't roar the Centaur there. Roaring before the Crimson or Blade Mail goes off. Just burst him down. You have global to prevent an escape act. Not confident enough in the damage without Amar there. Now Amar joins him. Finished up a full nullifier, so now you're not scared of this escape act anymore. Hold that global.
Okay, what is the #1 target they're searching for? I assume Nature's Prophet? That's unlikely. He's not going to be here.
Nature's or supports.
Oh, supports it is. They smoke back, Game of Gladiators.
Saw him on that.
They aware of what is lurking right behind them in the river. They're going after Quinn. He is a little isolated. They go after him. Skeeter, they get the break on him short, but he's already away with the stampede. And Ace with a beautiful stomp will completely completely stop Falcons in their tracks. Skeeter with his BKB, utterly wasted, can't even make it out. Malady just landing dagger after dagger to the back of Skeeter. A stomp will find its mark, and that will be it for the carry of Falcons. Seal eventually falls. Snake King gets run down by Tofu. 4 dead.
That might have been your last chance to get back in this game.
I think it was.
And you didn't even use the global. Thinking was trying to hold it for just the right time, but that host stomp completely ruins that play.
Certainly glad Ace went back for the Blink Dagger.
Oh, yeah.
Didn't complete the Lotus Orb first. Picked up a plate mail, picked up the Blink Dagger, said, you know, just a plate mail is good enough for me. Boy, that Blink Dagger paid off big dividend.
It feels like so much of this game was determined in the first 5 minutes on that mid lane. This Bristol shutting down the beast, and your lineup becomes ultra slow. And then it just takes a few clutch pickoffs around the map with the Furion. You're snowballing super hard. You're taking buildings. You're invading the ancient area. Bristol is just a really nice answer to this mid beast. And not something Falcons can react to because their support duo, we saw it gank Quinn once. They're kind of clunky in the early game. They don't offer a huge amount of damage to bring this guy down.
Yeah, that's a good point. And you don't have a core that is going to be able to help you out until, again, the Blink Dagger on Slardar, and by the time he got that, it was far too late.
Radiant are
Now
scared.
you're about to lose Roche. Not afford to lose this Roche. I think you have to keep trying to test this.
Yeah, I mean, if you thought your window was the last team fight, that fails. All you can do is just run it back. If this initiation goes better for you, but if they don't go into the pit now, they're going to be matched up against an Aegis. Not just a 6v5, a 6v4, as it looks like Crit's going to start off the team fight already dead. Malrain caught in the wheel, activates his BKB, too late for it. He'll pay the price.
No entry.
Now Falcon, Skeeter, and Amar, they're going to jump back in. All in on the Bristleback. See if they can kill him with the global silence being used, but Quinn has a Lotus. He's running away. And even if they kill him now, it wouldn't be worth it. This game is done. This series looks over for Falcons. Crit on the buyback turns into a dieback, and he calls it out. GG. Falcons will be eliminated out of the first group stage of Dream League.
I wonder how many people would have predicted that. This is going to be one of the worst performing months from this team we've maybe ever seen, as Gaming are starting to find their stride.